the algebra equation to calculate the spin of the earth
No,
as it's the distance from the
No.
sun and the way the sun plays on. I'm like,
no. Where do I drop?
I can't drop.
Oh, no.
I have to complete the class. I mean, I
So,
could drop and go to an online biology course, but that kind of screwed me up.
right. Well, yeah, now your schedule's not what it was.
Yeah,
What is the formula? Because I can help you.
I don't even have my notes on it today.
Bring them.
I'll show you a little bit.
Oh, my eyes are burning, Peter. Oh my gosh. They're so poofy right now.
Daughter wanted to read to my son last night before bed.
Mm. I love that so much. Okay, what is it?
Oh, here, I'm just gonna show you the equations. That's the easiest part.
That's not easy at all. Yeah, no.
You see
My
what I'm
eyes are
saying?
poofy and that's making them hurt even worse.
So what is
This is a change. Yeah, that's not an easy science class.
No, no. And then he's talking about what the hell is a delta V? Like why is delta even?
It's the change. It's the change of V in whatever V is. My heart is breaking for you right now.
I thought I could go out pictures. Oh, there we go. And then like where was it? Y equals Y.
Not.
Yeah, that's a zero. It's not, it's a zero.
It's Y sub zero or Y not.
Plus V not Y time plus 1/2 A.
Oh yeah, no, no, no.
Not Y times.
You're making my head hurt more than it already
But you
does
see
right
what I'm
now.
saying?
What
This
is
isn't a
happening?
science class.
What is happening?
It's not a science.
Dude, that sucks. Honestly, even if your schedule does get messed up, I would switch it to an online if you have the ability to.
They talked.
Say what?
They talked at a
Uh-huh.
department head meeting. Apparently he's not been doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Right.
So yesterday it was a little easier, I'm not saying it wasn't fucking excruciatingly painful.
Right.
But he at least.
But that's like a hardcore physics class right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he at least slowed down and tried to explain, and I'm gonna
Is
give
it-
it a couple more
Is
days,
it,
because
is it Felty?
single.
Okay, see, I don't even know who that is. I don't know everybody here, but I don't know who that is.
Like I got until like, what is it, April 24th to drop?
Yeah. But if
I still have a backup in case.
I would switch, I wouldn't drop, I would just switch.
Well,
I'd get out of that one into
Yeah,
another
I
one.
got
You could
s-
switch then.
Well, they won't let me switch. So nobody bothered to tell us that we only had 2 days, not 2 class days, but 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nobody bothered to tell
Yep.
us that this semester.
Nope.
So.
I know what you're talking
was
about.
gonna go drop that damn class and get it, go find something better.
Right.
Well, then the lady was like, we can't drop it. I was like, no,
I've only been in the class one day,
yeah,
not 2 days. So it's like a Monday, Wednesday.
yeah.
Yep.
that's- right?
And you only have
We're only allowed to 2
those
days.
first 2 days, not 2 class days.
Yeah, it's just the
Yep.
first 2 days.
Yep.
It's
No, I
the
know.
way it makes it seem is.
We've
2 class
had,
days.
we've had discussions about that, about changing that, because students think 2 class days and it should be 2 class days.
Yeah, because,
A lot of people don't even show up on day one.
exactly.
Yeah. No,
But,
I know. I agree.
But they were like, because I'm going to drop it. I was like, I'm just gonna drop it. I can't do it.
I would.
Can't stay up with this math, with that level of math. Like, I'm sorry, I'm 42 years old. I'm studying more. 1 + 1
That
=
makes-
87 because that's how many goddamn bombs I got in my magazine, but
That's helping, that math makes me think.
you know what I'm saying? So they're like, we have an online
My eyes.
6-week. Was it the 6-week?
Oh, 8-week.
Yeah, 8-week biology 2. I was like, I didn't even take biology 1.
Right. No, and you shouldn't. It should be like a prereq. You shouldn't be able to take one if you haven't taken the other.
It's just, it's.
Oh, I'm miserable right now.
So when we have A union B 1,
not, yeah, like, so it's, you need to know what A is. And then you need to know what B is. And then after you know what B is, you could actually take what's not in B. And then you're taking the union of those two.
Okay, so. B not,
Come on in.
what is not in B, right?
Mhm. That's why I say right here, like, figure out what B is. And then whenever you do B naught, it's gonna be everything that's in the universe, but not in the B that you just found. And then after you find what's not in B, then you could take the union of A and what's not in B.
In some before class tutoring, my favorite.
Right? No, yeah, I am on the struggle bus today. I am here, but I am definitely struggling.
Happened, your kids were you out.
Oh, yeah. That's an always. No, there's like a bunch of family stuff that happened. So I pretty much just cried all night long.
You know,
My eyes are like poofy and my head is pounding right now. But I'm here.
I'm still trying to learn.
No, it's okay.
So that's everything in B in the universe minus A.
No,
No,
everything.
everything in A in the universe minus what's in,
This
No.
is everything in the universe minus B.
yeah.
Yeah, so take all those away, and then when you union them, you want all of this and all of A, but like, don't repeat anything.
So you gotta, so this is all in B,
It's what's not in
no,
B.
what not in B,
Mhm.
so then I gotta.
yeah, your homework was a little confused.
And it's not really my homework per se, but if you do run across something, just like, let me know for sure. And then now combine all of this with all of this and don't repeat anything.
So A, union, B1 equal.
All of that. And then all of these, but like, don't repeat things. And then 8,
Not,
triangle. Oh, or did we, is that a triangle right there?
No, that's a.
I think-
Yeah, that is a
yep.
triangle.
So 8 and then hashtag and the and symbol.
So it would look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like, find them individually and then combine them.
The confusing ones for
My-
me were just the ones where you had like A minus B union. Or A union B complement of that.
That's what he was just asking too.
Yeah.
So what I would do is like, I would figure out whatever A is. And then I would figure out B. And then after I figure out B, I would figure out what's not in B. And then I would then union these together. So whenever you union things together, I always write everything that's in the first set.
Mhm.
And then I start to list what's in the second set. And like, I just don't repeat things.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But it's like, you have to like individually be like, well, what's this? What's this? What's this? And then start kind of working on them.
Yeah, on the homework, I really had to discipline myself to start from the center.
Yeah. Of all days, I do not know how I don't have a monster or something. My eyes are burning. Yes. Please and thank you. Thank you so much. You listen. Like the whole thing, right?
Yeah, it's like a shot.
Well, you're supposed to do half. But I drink all of them. I drink 3 or 4 in a row, so you're not talking to.
I'm just like, yeah, go ahead, do the whole
It's
thing.
gone.
Damn it, I guess I should have done this one too. Oh wait, I did do it. Okay. So are we doing 2.5 today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I noticed that in the grade book, there's no grade book in there, but I was just wondering if I'm submitting it right.
You're doing everything right. I keep going in and like selecting for them to sync.
Mhm.
And then literally within an hour, I don't know if it's the
Go like
update that they did to
Facebook.
Canvas, yes. And then I gotta go back, I have to select all the homeworks, I have to hit sync, I have to hit auto, and it's like, I keep trying and it just keeps like reverting back.
Yeah, I
And
was
it's
just.
aggravating as hell right
I
now.
was just hoping I could, like print it out.
No,
or,
no, no,
like,
no.
Save it and then upload it.
Today I should be able to like have the time to actually go in for all my classes, select all the homeworks, have them talk to each other. You'll kind of see it update, but then if it stops again, it's because if for some random reason keeps like going back to like default settings,
I see.
and it's so annoying. No, you're doing everything right. I think I sent a message to like my online students. I thought everybody I wasn't. Did I? Okay. I know for a fact my onlines are like the ones that really are concerned. And it's like, I keep trying and it's just not working. It's really aggravating.
Tell me I did this, one, please. Because I got A, I got B, I got B naught, and then A union B naught with the intersection at B. So you would put what B naught is, intersection B.
Mm-mm. Okay, look, delete just this line. If you're gonna do a union not and then intersection with B, you wanna find A,
Got it.
and then you wanna find B,
Got B.
and then you wanna find B naught. And then you wanna find the intersection of A and B. You wanna find this right here. You wanna find what's inside of those parentheses.
Okay,
And then after you do that,
which is gonna be the square and bigger dude.
because you're putting the A and the B together, right? Then after you do that, you want to then find the complement of this. And then after you do that, you're gonna take the intersection or what it has in common with B. It's like step by step by step by step.
I don't
Yeah.
understand that. I don't understand that. You said the intersection
Oh, shit.
or the complement?
The complement. I don't know why I said that. Yes, you want to find the A union B. Then after you combine those together, like union them, you need to figure out what their complement is, because that's what this is saying. But it's like you have to like not what's not in it. So after you find their union, now write everything that's not this. So everything that's in the universe that's not those two things.
Right?
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna write everything except for those. And I'm not actually like checking your work. So I'm just kind of assuming you're doing it right. But everything that's not here, because it's the complement of this union. And then after you do that, now that we have this, it's telling me to what, right here?
Union B.
Intersection B. Was it intersection? I might have read it wrong.
No, it's union or
Intersection.
intersection.
So
Sorry.
now look at your B. What does this and this have in common? That's your answer. But it literally is like, it's like a multi-step. So many multi-steps.
equals. And then again, what?
So now
What this
you're,
and B have in common?
uh-huh. Now this one right here that you just found
Hello.
and B, what do they have in common?
Three.
That's great.
Or this question. I think that's it.
Does that
We're
make
gonna go over
sense?
these answers today anyway.
We can for sure. Hey, I only have like 3 examples. Yay. Heck yes. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna start in just a minute. I just want to let everybody know, like, I'm on the struggle bus today. Some family stuff happened and I pretty much just cried all night. So my eyes are really poofy and my head is pounding. I'm here, but like I'm not here, okay? But I'm here. That's all that matters, is that I'm here, okay? It is technically 8, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna do 2.5, which is the application of sets. We're gonna do like a little bit of math. Ow, I just shocked myself. That requires some calculation. It's not hard, it's like just subtraction. But if you wanted to get your calculator to follow along, you can. If not, I'm gonna be doing, well, some subtraction and addition, but I'm gonna be doing the math right here with my calculator, and so you don't really have to have it out, but if for some reason it doesn't make sense, like I'm just adding things and subtracting things. I have 3 examples. It's a lot of writing. But hopefully it kind of like involves everything you'll see. And then after this, I know the homework is kind of like intense for 2.4. So if anyone has any questions, like y'all just let me know. Okay. So the application of sets. It basically is called the application of sets because it's like now a word problem. And they're going to go ahead and like introduce to you 3 sets at one time. I have a note here that is fairly important. And it's to be careful not to repeat elements. I kind of smushed that there. I should have gotten another bottle of water. And then subtraction is key, and start with the intersection of all sets. So whenever you do these, sorry, my throat's like not cooperating with me. Whenever you do these, you always want to start with the intersection of all the sets. And then whenever you kind of start filling in all the other pieces of these sets, you're going to be doing subtraction. And just to be careful not to repeat elements, that might not make any sense just yet, but hopefully whenever we do an example, it will. This is going to be our first example. And it is kind of a lot of writing today. Okay, so Best Buys, like the actual store. Best Buys sells this year for software is games, utility, and educational. $893 customers were surveyed. It's almost done with the writing, kind of. Okay, so 893 customers were surveyed. Okay, so I'm fixing a list the individuals and like the total amount of people who bought the game software, the educational software, the utility software, both the game and educational, both education and utility, like a whole list of things. And that's what we're gonna use to actually like create, bless you, this Venn diagram with the three sets. So this is kind of how it is. There's a total and then what they purchased. So it's gonna be listed like this. Total and purchased. Okay. Don't let the numbers freak you out right now, okay? 545 customers only purchased games. 497 customers only purchased educational software. 290 only purchased utility software. 297 purchased games and education. I'm going to do this because after a while, I'm going to start kind of shorthanding games and EDU. Okay, 297 customers purchased games and educational software. 196 education and utility. Education and utility. 205 games and utility. So it basically just paired together all of those in all the different ways possible. And then lastly, we have 157,
That last one, 105? Yeah.
205. Oh, hold on. Let me do this because that thing's always in the way. And I'm basically just gonna probably have to like cover that up right there. It's 205. And then 157 of the customers purchased all three. And then I'm probably gonna make it smaller and scoot over because we need to be able to put like a Venn diagram to the right of us. I'll probably never be able to draw a square. So what we have is 545 purchased gaming software. And then the 497 educational, 290 utility, right? That tells me I have these three different sets. So whenever you draw your sets, it should look similar to that. And we're going to label them G, E, U. G, E, and U. I'm going to put a capital U down here. And what it wants us to do is actually to place all of the numbers that we need for all of these customers and to like show the intersection and like the individuals that only bought this or bought this and this, and the ones that purchased all. That note at the very beginning said to start with the intersection of all of the sets. So we always start right here where it says all three, always. No matter what, that's where you start. From just teaching this and like seeing it over and over and over again, I think it's best to like start here and then you just kind of work your way up. That's going to be like the way that you should do it to fill it out properly. 157 bought all three different types. That is literally the number that goes right in the intersection of all of those sets. It kind of looks like this: G intersection E intersection U. Sorry, I kind of like stuttered right there. That's what,
That looks like a name of a country. I've never heard of.
doesn't it? It looks like something. the way my eyes and my head are right now, like, I don't know what it looks like. And then, okay, the other note that we wrote up there was like subtraction is key, right? So if you go up, now it's having me look at the 205 that purchased games and utility software. I'm gonna write it to the left, y'all, just because I don't want to go into my Venn diagram. But this would be games and is intersection utility. Right? So if you talk about where games and utility intersect, here's games. Here's the utility. Right here in pink, this is their intersection. Does that make sense?
So you subtract 157
Yep.
from 205.
Yep, if you don't, from that point on, everything's wrong. You have to. This pink, like little weird eyeball kind of shape looking thingy, everything in this pink should total to 205. I've already counted the 157 customers that exist here, but also purchased educational software. So whenever I fill in this right there, it's not going to be 205. It's going to be, my eyes are freaking burning, y'all. Thank you. 48, right there, because this intersection totals to 205. Okay, that's why the note at the very beginning was like subtraction is key. Okay, now if you go up again, this is E and U. This is literally the E set where it intersects with the U set. Here's E, here's U. I'm talking about right here. That's where those two sets intersect. The blank part that I've like kind of highlighted, that's going to be the difference of 196. And then when you subtract 157. Do you say 39? That sounds right.
Okay, so it's 157 minus 196.
196 minus 157. Because you don't want to get like a negative number, but I mean, obviously it's the same difference.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is 39. Right there. And that is because it's telling me right here, y'all, the intersection of these two sets right here is going to total to 196, right? Now go up again. It's going to be G intersect E. So here's set G, here's set E. This is where those two sets intersect. If that sum of the like totally shaded in pink part is supposed to total 297,
So you subtract the 48 and 39.
only the 157, only what's highlighted.
7 includes all three,
Uh-uh,
and you're only going for
mm-mm, mm-mm.
games and education.
Then right now what's highlighted is only games and education. If you start including this or this is games and utility or utility and education. So like you only want where these two highlighted pink circles intersect. Don't look anywhere else. It's like you're individually looking. Hold on, let me show you this. So pink is the G and E's intersection, right?
But it's G
G and E.
and U.
Right here, this is all I care about. I don't particularly care that it's involving that. All I want to do is complete that highlighted part. And all I know is that there is 157 people that did purchase G and E, as well as you. The ones that only purchased G and E exist right here. And that's what I care about. That's the 297 minus 157.
Well, how would you not just have 48 and 39, because that's the two numbers that bought games and entertainment or education minus the utility. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, and I'm trying to figure out how to explain it.
Like that's everyday math. That's
So,
practical math. That's how I would.
So,
calculate that.
and after we fill this out, I'm gonna ask questions like, how many customers did this and this, or this and this, but not this, right? So you're trying to include this, and I want the individuals that only bought games and education. I want to exclude, I want to take out the individuals that had anything to do with utility.
But that's what you're, I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but that, to me, that's what you've already done when you calculated the 48 that bought games and the 39 that bought the
But
educational, then you just add.
This number,
Your games and your education.
this number did exclude the 157, but it had nothing to do with the ones that only bought games and education. You're not gonna feel this. Shut up. I promise you won't. Just keep paying attention. Just follow along. And then after a while, I feel like hopefully it will mean a little bit more than it means right now. Right now, this moment, I am only looking at G intersect E, right? So this is where I am. I only care about what I've highlighted. Do not look anywhere else, okay? Filling in the individuals that bought only G and E is going to exclude the ones that also bought utility. That's why I subtract it from this 297 total. And if I do 297 minus 157, I should have been able to do that in my head. Thank you. Come on now. That's 140. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to put 140 here. The 140 are the individuals because it exists right here, Peter, just here. They only live in a world where they bought game and education. They have nothing to do with this utility. If they did, they'd be a part of this 157, but they don't. So it's like, even though they are a part of this intersection, I am excluding this set. That's kind of where the subtraction comes from. So it's like, I get what you're saying, but it's like, I only care about right here. What this is, Peter, look, this is G intersect E, take out or like subtract, right? Exclude the ones who bought the utility. That's what that is. This is just the intersection of these two sets. And I am like considering the ones that also live here in this U set. But the moment I take that out, this is all I care about. I'm excluding that set right there. That's why I do that subtraction. But just follow along a little bit more and then let's see if it doesn't click. Hold on. Now it's next. Go up. Only utility. I want the individuals that only, and I already have my U written right here. I want the individuals that only bought utility software and did not purchase anything else. So this is not individuals that only bought utility. This is individuals that bought utility and games, all three, utility and education. Like, that's a multiple different sets existing at the exact same time. I want just right here. I'm gonna go to a highlighter. I want just, did I break my pen? That'll really suck if I did. I totally think I did. I want just this, okay? There is an overlapping of sets and I'm doing subtraction because individuals do exist in multiple places at, the same time, obviously, because some people did buy all three. But if I only look at utility, I would look at just the individuals that only exist here, nowhere else in any other set. But I know that the sum of anybody that had anything to do with utility software is 290. So if I know that this whole, Jennifer, I'm breaking shit like left and right, sorry. If I know that this whole set is gonna sum to 290, but I've already included people that exist in other sets, I'm gonna subtract all three of those totals. So I would have 290 minus 48 minus 157 minus 39 equals 46. And 46 goes right there. Do you see though, like, as far as us completing that utility set, that it all is going to sum to what it says the utility equals right here. But I have to take into account that I am looking at a whole group of people. And there's so many people that might exist here or here or here. And the fact that there is some overlapping, like, things that are existing, I have to account for all these different people that live in all these different worlds. This 48 right here are individual. No, I broke my pen. These 48 are individuals that bought gaming software and utility software. But what did I exclude? The ones who also bought educational software. All these different regions literally are like a completely different operation that we've learned, but it just looks different right now because it's us creating that visual representation of a Venn diagram. So if we kind of just finish the little, what's it called, diagram thingy. Next would be education. Educational software, the set, this E, the whole entire set, regardless of where you exist, all of these different people have already been counted. So if I know that whole highlighted yellow circle is going to sum to 497, but I've already included the 140 that exist in G and E, but not U. And I've already included the 40, nope, just kidding, the 39. And then the ones that exist everywhere, you get 161. I don't even know why.
I'm following what you're saying. It just
Man.
doesn't make sense to me.
Hey, as long as you're following, you're good. I promise it'll make more sense as long as you just like keep following. For my games, that G circle, regardless of the individuals that existed here or here or here or here, G as one circle, if you just kind of can separate it in your mind, all of those numbers written in G should sum to 545. So what do I write right here on the opening? What is it? Oh, that 5-hour energy just kicked in. My head is still pounding though. Okay, so the 200 is what? I know that it doesn't make sense because I've got 4 different numbers written in this G circle, but 200 customers only bought 140 bought games and education, had nothing to do with utility. 157 bought all freaking 3. That's why it literally exists in the intersection of all of those sets. And because I'm looking at a group of people that, like, I'm not differentiating them and separating them, but I'm kind of like showing the fact that there is some like similarities and overlaps. That's why this exists. And I have to take out those people that exist in all these different intersections. But making sure that the whole set still sums to what it says. Sorry, but
I was just saying, writing this in roster form would be a nightmare.
100%. Yeah. So instead we have this. Subtraction is key. Start in the very, very, very center where all the sets intersect. And in doing so, you don't end up like counting people more than once or like repeating elements. There's one other step. Okay, if you go back to the problem, how many total customers did it say? 8.
93.
Okay, so there's usually, that's my universe. So what do I have right now? What I have right now, add up all of those numbers individually, Peter. Cállate. Oh, my eyes, y'all. Crying on that is not fun. Okay, now while that's in your calculator, do minus 893. You should get 102. Mm-hmm.
Trying to go from the center out.
When you go to add though, honestly, Peter, hey, if you're gonna try to figure out what customers were surveyed that didn't buy any of this software, all you have to do is 200 plus 140 plus 161 plus 157 plus 1. You're just adding them. You just want the sum of every number we've written. It doesn't matter in which way you do it because you're just adding.
I got 102.
102, yes, 102 out of the 893 customers that were surveyed, 102 of them answered, I bought none of those. hey, I was still surveyed, so I exist in this universe of the customers surveyed, but I didn't buy gaming software, I didn't buy educational software, and I didn't buy utility software. So I was still surveyed, but like I didn't exist in any of these sets. That right there is going to be how you fill out the Venn diagram for 3 sets. And now we're actually fixing to answer questions that you will be asked about a similar problem. And here we go. Same. Mine's from crying on it though. How many customers purchased okay, for A, and obviously, like I kind of suck at writing complete English sentences, but how many customers purchased none software, right? Just none, 102. They exist in the ones that were surveyed, but they actually did not purchase any software. This pen is jacked. I literally use it every day, all day. Sucks. Okay, B. Only, yeah, I think so. And if I ask the school to buy me another one, they're gonna say no. I may or may not have lost the first one. Okay, only games.
200.
Yep. Okay, C, and this is where it starts getting tricky. At least one type of software. So at least one means that you purchased one.
407.
Nope. Means that you've purchased one. At least means like you could have purchased one, you could have purchased two, or you could have purchased all 3.
157.
Is it the 791?
It is 791. You're gonna actually add up everything, because look right here. Peter, look. At least one. Do you agree with me that if you purchase games, you bought at least one type? If you purchased only education, you bought at least one. Only utility, you bought at least one. What if you purchased 2? Isn't that at least one? And then what about these 2 together? That's at least one. What about these 2? That's at least one. And then, so you basically, it's just math words. 2 or more, at least one, at most 2. Those are going to be the words that you see. Don't shoot the messenger. At least one means 1 up until the total. The total right now we have 3. So it's 1 or 2 or 3. At most 1, which ones? This is what you did, right, Peter? At most 1, I would only include these numbers, right? I wouldn't include these intersections here that I have of 2 sets, and I definitely would not include the intersection in the very middle, which is 3 sets. That's how you would answer at most 1. At least, you start with the smallest number and you go all the way up to whatever your total of sets is. So it does end up being the 791. And then for D, exactly 2 types of software. I'm just going to write exactly 2. Exactly 2, watch this. So yellow right here, that's exactly 1. All they purchased is only game, right? So I'm not going to include that. This is only education. This is only utility. I don't care about those numbers. It wants exactly 2. Do you see that right here? That 140, they purchase games and utility, but they're not in the very, very middle. So they only purchased 2. They didn't purchase 3. And then what about this one? This is education and utility. It kind of sucks because it looks as if I'm including that 57 and I'm trying not to. I do not want the intersection of all 3 sets. I only want what I have highlighted in yellow, which is exactly 2, which would be 140, 39, and 48. If you add all of those up, you should get 227. Each little region, what I haven't shown y'all because you don't really see it in this class, this is region 1, this is region 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's all Roman numerals all the way. You get like 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get 8 different regions. Maybe I could give you that, Peter, and you could see that like region 1 only is this one set by itself.
Region 1 has 4 calculations.
Yep.
in it total.
Yep, and so does region 1 is only, this excludes any kind of intersection. It literally is only what exists. Yeah, that makes sense? Okay. I think I have another one, hold on. Yes, 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 yes. And there's 8 total. Oh, my eyes are burning so bad. Okay, let's do E. Okay, so how many customers purchased games and education, but not utility? So it kind of looks like this in the way we've seen it. It would be like game and education, but not utility.
140.
Yep, yep.
My number is written so small. I couldn't-
You couldn't tell. So right here, here's the games. Here is the education, and I'm going to exclude the utility. So if you look at where games and education intersect and you do not include anything in the pink circle, the only thing that exists right there is the 140. And that's all I have for that problem. We're going to do another one. Very similar, different numbers, different questions. My head is freaking pounding. Mm. Okay. I think the 3 problems we had, 2 and 3 are pretty much the exact same. So we could just, I got A, B, C, D, E, F parts to this one. This could be enough. Hopefully to understand. Okay. So second example. Oh yeah, my pen's jacked. Sydney's, y'all know that it's not my handwriting. Travel company. Surveyed. This sucks. 125 customers. There's really, I'm just gonna tell you the totals, and it's like a travel company, so it's the locations people want to travel, okay? So we have the total. And then we have locations desired. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of draw this so I don't cross over into it. It's going to be a 3 set. $68 people desire to travel to Hawaii. 53 people want to travel to Las Vegas. 47 want to travel to Disney.
47.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sad. I don't know what I did, but
I got my pen for mine. I don't know if it'll work on yours.
is it a Dell?
It's a.
I think,
You got a battery?
No.
I got that one.
it's a Dell, but I don't even know if it would like,
I got a Pro. Microsoft Pro. And
Okay, yeah, no, mine's I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even know what it is. I think it's a Dell. 37 Hawaii in Las Vegas. 34, I'm so sorry, 34. I looked up and thought and talked and looked away. Hawaii and Las Vegas. 26. Las Vegas and Disney. '23. Hawaii and Disney. The last 3 that I just did. Just took care of every individual intersection without being the very center of all 3. Right now, I'm going to tell you 18 want to visit all 3 locations. So whenever we go to actually fill all of these sets in, bless you, you start right there. You're welcome. So I start at the very bottom. 18 customers that I surveyed want to visit all 3 of those locations. Like so. And then if I move up, Hawaii and Disney. Oh, y'all, Hawaii, Las Vegas, Disney. Sorry, I didn't label. I always start with the top left and then you go around like in a clockwise pattern. And then it's just the first one, the second one, the third one. So HLD. That's enough for me to know this Hawaii. That sets Las Vegas, this sets Disney. So now whenever I go up from the very bottom, I have Hawaii and Disney. Hawaii is here. Disney is here. Their intersection is here. That yellow shape, the sum of any numbers written in it need a total to 23. I already have 18 written. So what would that difference be? It's going to be written right here.
No, this is just strictly you're making a Venn diagram.
Mhm.
There's no X minus Y intersection C because Charlie is in Vietnam.
So if you hold on though, because I mean, watch this. The all 3 would be, I swear, I'm just gonna have to meh. This is Hawaii intersection, Las Vegas intersection, Disney. That's what this is. That is the intersection of all 3, right? Then for the 23, that is Hawaii and Disney. So H intersect D will total to 23. But whenever I actually go to put my number in my Venn diagram, you have to make sure that you subtract anything you've already written in that intersection or in that set, whatever you're looking at. Las Vegas and Disney is Las Vegas and Disney. Here's Las Vegas and Disney right there. I've already written 18 and it says 20. Y'all do the math for me. It says 26 total. So 8 gets written right there. And then Hawaii and Las Vegas. Here's Hawaii and Las Vegas. So you notice you start with the intersection of all 3, and then you fill out the intersection of just 2 sets. And then you fill out where the individuals only wanted to visit 1 place. So if Hawaii and Las Vegas should be 34, and I have 18, what would I have written right there?
I'm sorry, 16.
Like that. And then 47 want to just visit Disney. This is just my set D right here. So 47 total want to visit Disney, but that's not telling me who also wants to visit here, or who also wants to visit here. That's something I've already done. So I just have to make sure that I subtract 5, 18, and 8 away from 47. And what's the difference? Out of the 47 people who have something to do with Disney, 16 only want to go to Disney. They don't want to go anywhere else. And then Las Vegas is 53. What's 53 minus 16 minus 18 minus 8?
11.
So 11 people only want to go to Las Vegas. They've already gone to Hawaii. They've already gone to Disney. Like, they're being surveyed and they're like, hey, a place I've never been and the only place I care about is just Las Vegas. They still exist in that set, but they only care about Las Vegas. And then for Hawaii, what is 68 minus 16 minus 18 minus 5?
29.
And then the very, very last step, you start in the very, very center of all three, and then you do the little bitty intersections, and then you do the ones that exist only in that one set, not anywhere else with any other set. And then I need to know who exists here. Who was surveyed that literally does not care about any of these locations. Just add them up. 29 plus 16 plus 11 plus 5 plus 18 plus 8 plus 16. I need more water. Mm.
103.
Subtract 125. Because that was the total number of customers surveyed. You're gonna get a negative number because he subtracted a larger, but obviously it's not negative 22, it's just 22. 22 people out of the 125 that were surveyed literally said, like, I don't want to travel anywhere. Or they just want to go to Australia, and that wasn't a part of the question. So they don't exist in any of these sets. Does that make sense? Okay.
Nope. We're gonna get there.
We will, I promise. Practice is key. Okay. How many of those surveyed did not desire anywhere? Yep. I have to be very choosy about what I write. I'm going to just say desired none. And that would be the 22. And then how many desired to only visit Hawaii? They exist nowhere else. What did you say? Okay, and that's because it's right here. They exist in Hawaii, but they do not exist in any kind of intersection or overlap with any other location. They only exist where, like, Hawaii is not being intruded by anybody else. It's 29. It is alone. See? Disney and Las Vegas, but not Hawaii. I had to just do a capital H there because, yes, 8. Because what I want is, or am I on the highlighter? I want Disney and I want Las Vegas, but anything that has to do with this pink circle is excluded. So if I look at where the 2 yellow circles intersected, it would be here. But because I'm taking out Hawaii, the only thing that I'm counting is here. That is an intersection of only 2, and it's excluding that other set. So yes, 8. Okay. B. I'm going to kind of write this. Y'all can, I'm going to say the words, y'all can write the actual words. I'm going to write it in a, like, different way, just because my marker is dying or my pen is. Disney or Las Vegas, but not Hawaii. So or is a union, right? And is an intersection. Now we're going to kind of switch it up a little bit. Disney or Las Vegas, but not Hawaii. Disney or Las Vegas, but not Hawaii. So we've been dealing with the word and literally all morning, right? And was an intersection. I looked at the intersection, I excluded if I needed to. Or is what? A marriage? So this is saying Disney or Las Vegas, which is all of this. I'm coloring in pink, right? But not. It's saying, but not. So take out everything I'm doing in green. What's left? 11, 8, and 16. Pink is all of Disney. Yep. And that's because of the difference in the word and or. And is intersection, or is a union. It's everything here or both. But then I'm taking out that Hawaii. And yes, the answer is 35. Okay, what about, oh man. Exactly one. How many people want to visit only one location? Not this and this, or this and this, and definitely not all three. But right here, they only want to go to Hawaii. Right here, they only want to go to Las Vegas. And then right here, they only want to go to Disney.
46.
Do it again.
46.
56.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yep, that's exactly what you said. I heard you. Oh. I don't know what I took off, but 46 is correct. Okay, I'm gonna kind of smush this on here. Damn it, it is Peter. I blame Peter. Okay, F. At least 2. I would not include the 29, the 11, and the 16 because they only want 1. Here's at least 2. That's at least 2. This is at least 2. And in the middle, that's 3. So that's also at least 2. I add those up. Yep. But no, hey, just to be honest, there will be at least, at most, exactly, words like that, which in math obviously mean something specific. So it's like, you kind of have to pay attention to that and then always pay attention to the words and or, because and is just the intersection, right? Or was include everything, but it's going to be like, but not this. And if it says that, you're taking it out. Okay, this is what we've been doing right here, right? And it's just been like with symbols and sets and me explaining what's happening. And now this is like a real world example of like a Venn diagram and all the different things that could happen when you intersect 3 different things. Y'all, that's it. I have another example, but it'd probably take another 30 minutes. It's the exact same thing. Hold on, let me see if there's a different question, because I can put the question on here. Only this and this, but not this or this, but not, and exactly 2. Instead of exactly 1. What if I asked you for A, B, C, D? Oh, I already asked you. No, that was at least 2. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm not lying. That's literally what I had to do. What if it was exactly 2? I think we did that on the other example, but we'll do it now. And sorry, it's just smushed all to hell. Exactly 2. It would not be the ones that only want to see 1, which is 29, 11, and 16. It also, will not include the 18 because the 18 want to go, boom. Okay, listen, so it's not going to be the 29, the 11 and the 16 because they want to go to only one. It also will not include this in the center because they want to go to all three. The ones that only want to see exactly two different locations and they don't care about a third is the 16, the 8, and the 5, and I have no clue what that total is. What is it? 20, thank you. I'm not even gonna question it, I'm just gonna write it. Like so. That kind of make more sense now that we've like talked about it more than it did when we first started? I'm not gonna answer me. I'm done with you. Oh. Okay, do you have any questions? Because that's pretty much all I got for you. I'll get it. Are y'all good? Yeah,
That was the last thing.
that was it.
Is there a grading curve?
Always. Always. Always, always, always. Hey, a lot of people never get to see this kind of math, which is sad because it's just beautiful.